Crikey Moses, shit me, I thought.
FAFITSAKE.
Hey, done.
Hello, Dom.
Hello! Welcome back
To Pillow Chats.
I'm Georgie.
And I'm Emily.
Oh, for fit's sake.
Georgie, don't give it away. For fit's sake.
Oh, that's me. Yeah.
We have a special guest on today. Surprise.
Make yourself comfortable.
This is very comfy, this bed. Very nice.
Is it actually?
Yeah. Okay.
Lawrence on today.
Yes.
In between us.
Yeah.
Going to talk all things fitness. We're going to go through his Instagram with a
Fine tooth comb.
Yeah.
So Lawrence is actually one of our biggest fans.
Yeah. He's been watching Pillow Chats from day one.
Yes.
And has begged us to come and meet and be in the bed.
So we
Yes.
thought
Right.
it only fair to bring to bring him on.
Right?
This is all very true. So I've been watching your videos and I got inspired by the one you did about boys, because you were talking about boys and how, you know, annoying they can be sometimes. Sometimes, all tongue in cheek, of course. And then I watched it and I was like, actually, you know, that's a great idea. I called Matthew and I said, Matthew, watch this video. Sent him the video, and then was like, let's do our version on girls. And then we did that version. Then you saw that version, and then we were like, well, let's all get in bed together and do something.
Let's
like
just collaborate.
Yeah.
We loved your video.
Yeah.
It was funny.
Thank you.
And all jokes aside, Lawrence is a top London PT and fitness blogger.
Yes, top.
Top London. Top. Up there. He's up there. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us about yourself?
No, just, you know, just a humble, really amazing guy.
Bitch, I'm the man. Ho, I'm the man. You know I'm the man.
You can tell us a bit more about how you got into being a PT, like where you came from.
Yes.
I know it was a long way away from here.
It was a long way west down the M4, back home in Wales. Yeah, I used to be a rugby player in Wales at schoolboy and universities level, and I wanted to be a rugby player, and then I went to university and I studied journalism. So then I wanted to have this amazing career in rugby, and then eventually retire, and then be a sports journalist and travel the world watching all these amazing sporting events. But then my ACL blew out playing rugby, and I had a kind of knee reconstruction, and then after that I went through a process of rehabilitation at the Welsh Institute of Sport and with the rugby club I was with at the time, Cardiff, and went on this kind of amazing journey of rehab. And then during that period, kind of all these things started sort of twigging in my head about how you can kind of modify and improve the body through controlled environment training. Yeah, I started coaching people, and that was over 10 years ago now, so I've been doing that for over 10 years, yeah.
Wow, that's a great story.
Thank you.
That's a journey and a half.
Yeah, it is. And I will say to people, you know, injuries are opportunities. It can be massively demoralising. You know, the psychology of being injured is just as tough as the physical side of it, but it doesn't often get spoken about. It certainly didn't back in my day, 10 years ago. Nowadays we talk about mental health a bit more, which is great, and I wouldn't be here in bed with you ladies had I never had my knee explode on the rugby pitch, you
Lucky
know,
man.
12, 13, exactly.
Good.
It's funny, isn't it, as a coach, it's all very well and good sort of taking the textbook or the lecture theatre and trying to thrust it upon your client or your athlete, but actually if you've been through that process, and you're bound to have that emotional learning, which is
Exactly.
which is
That's such a big part of it as well.
Absolutely. You know, when it comes to experience, you've just got to do your time. You've got to earn your stripes. You've got to be there coaching. You know, however many hundreds or thousands rather of hours, and you know, eventually things start to really stick. You start to build this understanding, and hopefully that's what I'm getting to slowly. You know?
Yeah.
What's your ratio of male to female clients? Like, do you find there's a big difference in training of both them? Do you find?
I don't know. I get asked that question quite a bit, and I never have a precise answer. But girls and guys, we're both human, right? So we all have legs.
We're different species.
You know, yeah, exactly. We're different in so many ways, but we're similar in so many other ways. And you know, I personally approach every single session, whether it's a guy or a girl. Hopefully. It sounds like I'm trying to sort of sell myself a little bit, but I'm not. This is genuinely my approach. I try and approach every single session as an individual session. On the whole, as a general statement, I think that women and men can train in a very, very similar way, and it's probably only just in recent times that starting to do that more and more.
Yeah. How's your business changed through social media? You've grown a following and
Yes.
an audience.
So So because of, I suppose in the past I used to have my job and then my private life, and there was a very clean divide in the middle, and I knew how to behave at work, and I knew how to lark around in my private life. And what social media has done is kind of blurred those two lines a little bit, in a good way. There was a time where I was kind of thinking, if my professional clients start seeing my Instagram and then they're like, what, this guy, you know, always larking around or whatever, being a bit of a whatever, you know, do I want to sort of go train with him? And actually it didn't have that effect at all. Actually, I think people expect nowadays to be able to see a bit more of you rather than just the sort of cold white CV that lands on their desk at the office. I think everyone now has got a social media profile, and people kind of want to see other people as being human and as being, you know, having a bit of character and a bit of personality.
Another side to them.
I don't know how it comes across, by the way. Does it come across professional and knowledgeable?
Your Instagram.
Your
Yeah.
Instagram. It's professional, but it's also relatable because you're like you're funny, like I said.
These are the compliments I was looking for earlier.
No more, Emily. No more.
It's like the content's very good.
Yeah.
Oh,
And you clearly you do some fitness modelling as well. You're with so.
Yeah, that's just a recent thing. I don't really know what I'm doing with it. But I do.
You always wanted to be a model.
I think, well, you know, models are great. What they do is fantastic, but I've never felt that is an area that I could do, and so it was never really in my mind. And then I think, recently I've just self-esteem through every week, and then that was it. Modelling career, tick that box.
Has it got to your head?
Yeah, I think so. I got just get, keep myself sort of.
Talking about modelling, we want to go through a couple of photos on your Instagram.
Oh,
Okay.
okey-dokey.
We'll put the images on the screen. We've got a couple of pictures. So we wanted to talk about this one.
Oh yeah, yeah.
One, is that your leg?
That so as you can tell with the photo, it's physically impossible to get your leg into that position. So I had to hire someone to lie on the floor and to get his legs. So
That's what I was thinking.
I had to get a leg model, and I had 10 people audition. And I thought this is never going to happen. It was literally 7 p.m. I was getting ready to go home. The last guy walked through the door. I was like, those legs, perfect.
Where can I find these legs?
Well, from that guy, do you quite like that leg?
I really like the leg.
Yeah.
Bit of a small ankle, but
Yeah.
you can Photoshop it.
I think that guy lives in Clapham actually.
Really?
Yeah.
And what were you thinking?
I think I was in a pensive mood, trying not to think, because I was looking out at the water and I was using the motion of the water as
deep.
This gets very deep. Yeah,
And did you have someone taking that photo for you?
yeah, so I hired someone else to hold it.
Next
oh
one.
gosh.
Where did
Golly
you get your
gosh.
hair transplant from?
Yes, I bought. So I really wanted a beard for some time, and I could never quite grow a beard properly. It's always a bit wiry in a kind of out position. And then what I discovered was if you just didn't shave for months and months, it looked okay. But if you took a black and white photo, it looked really good. And so
Right.
I had the black and white photo taken, and I thought that looks great. Yeah, and I
Almost the start of your modelling career.
These were the seeds that were sown. I sort of
It was all uphill from there.
all uphill. It's been a struggle.
We'll go to the next.
I saw a guy recently on TV who had like a lot shorter around here, but more of a moustache. And I was like, he's really hot. I want to look a bit like him. He looked a little bit like Tom Hardy, man crush, and that's fine. But with a bit of a moustache, and so I went for that. And now it's kind of in between.
This one we were interested in.
Yeah, that one.
What are you gesturing to?
I am asking you. So basically, have you ever been to a palm reader
Yes.
to have your fortune? So I was thinking, I don't know any palm readers. There must be some out there following me on Instagram. Hear my palms. Tell me a little bit about my future, and the anxiety might go. So I think I'm quite a sexy guy, and sometimes I try not to be sexy, like just
And it just happens.
Yeah, so I'm
naturally.
sorry. I do apologise.
And Instagram only ever says half the story.
Exactly.
Which is,
Exactly.
What's the backstory?
what's the backstory to this?
That one? Yeah. See,
How many jumps did that take to
I
get there?
think so. This was quite good because normally what I do, I set my phone up on self-timer in a park or at home or something, and then like have
On the
10
King's Road.
in the King's Road, wherever. And then I press the timer, and then it starts going 10, 9, and I'm like, okay, right, quickly run around, and then I'm like, shit, well, what am I going to do? And then I can see 5, 4, and then I just do something, and then it takes the photo, and then you've got a choice of 10 images. I'm like, which one looks good? So that's what I normally do, and it could be anything.
It looks like you're hardcore concentrating on something though.
Well,
was it an animal or?
Yeah, there was a hedgehog. There was a hedgehog on the floor.
There was that black widow we saw.
Oh yeah, we saw that.
Fine
outside.
Yes. So,
okay.
And I'm not sure how much training from a fitness perspective people have done up there when it comes to hedgehog avoidance, but there's a particular jump. You have to jump, rotate, and keep your eyes on the hedgehog.
Yeah.
Because as you land, you don't want to injure your foot on the spikes.
This jazz hand is saying no.
Exactly. Yeah. No hedgehog, not today.
Cabaret hand.
Exactly. Yeah. And
okay, last one.
Oh yeah. That was
So this weight.
It's not heavy enough, is it?
No.
I knew you were going to say that. And when I posted it, I was like, I should have done the whole thing, get like, a heavy weight on there, and like I see guys lift stuff on Instagram, and I'm like, core blimey. So I'm like, I can swear. I'm like, oh, shit. That's a heavy. Yeah, that's a heavy weight. I was like, I can never lift that heavy. But for this, I was like, do you know what? I'm not going to try and double the weight and make it look better than it is. I'm just going to keep it exactly as it was. That was a still taken from a video.
Okay.
That I got a guy in the gym to film me, but that's again.
And then you just kind of used the whole black and white filter, made it look really cool.
Yeah.
Is that you in a bad mood or? Like...
It's very interesting you say that, because I like, particularly recently when I've got more kind of polished photos popping up, which are done professionally, I still want to maintain a bit of the grit where, that was actually a proper session in the gym where the weight was relatively low, but I was doing conditioning, so I was doing quite a few reps, and also I was practicing my technique for Olympic lifting, which I'm doing a course on, so I needed to sort of really brush up on my technique and so on.
Good.
Well, thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
And we'll wrap it up.
Where can we find you?
Yeah.
Shout out, social media handles, whatever.
You can find me. I'll be in this bed for the next 3 days, and then after that, I'm going to get back out into the city. But it's FAFITSAKE, FAFIT. FAFITSAKE.
Thank you so much for coming on. Please like, subscribe, share, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, and also if you want to buy a ticket to our event, the link is down below. It's December the 6th.
See you later.
Bye guys!